Yes, you should wash rice, but not for the reason you think. Rice is a staple food for billions of people in Asia and Africa. It's also a versatile ingredient for many iconic dishes from around the world, including dolmades from Greece, risottos from Italy, paella from Spain, and rice puddings from the United Kingdom. Despite its universal appeal, the question asked in every kitchen, be it a professional one or your own home, is whether you should pre-wash or rinse your rice before cooking it. What do the chefs and cooks say about this? Culinary experts claim pre-washing rice reduces the amount of starch coming from the rice grains. You can see this in the cloudy rinse water, which studies have shown to be the free starch amylose on the surface of the rice grain produced by the milling process. In culinary circles, washing is advocated for some dishes when a separated grain is sought after, yet for other dishes such as risottos, paella, and rice pudding, where you need a sticky, creamy effect, washing is avoided. Other factors such as the type of rice, family tradition, local health warnings, and even the perceived time and effort required will influence whether people pre-wash their rice. Is there evidence that washing rice makes it less sticky? A recent study compared the effect of washing on the stickiness and hardness of 3 different types of rice from the same supplier. The 3 types were glutinous rice, medium grain rice, and jasmine rice. These different rices were either not washed at all, washed 3 times with water, or washed 10 times with water. Contrary to what chefs will tell you, this study shows the washing process had no effect in the stickiness or hardness of the rice. Instead, the researchers demonstrated the stickiness was not due to the surface starch amylose, but rather a different starch called amylopectin that is leached out of the rice grain during the cooking process. The amount leached differs between the types of rice grains, so it's the variety of rice rather than washing that's critical to the stickiness. In this study, glutinous rice was the stickiest, while medium grain rice and jasmine rice were less sticky and also harder as tested in the laboratory. Hardness is a representative of textures associated with biting and chewing. You may still want to wash your rice though. Traditionally, rice was washed to rinse off dust, insects, little stones, and bits of husk left from the rice hulling processes. This may still be important for some regions of the world where the processing is not as meticulous and may provide peace of mind for others. More recently, with the heavy use of plastics in the food supply chain, microplastics have been found in our foods, including rice. The washing process has been shown to rinse up to 20% of the plastics from uncooked rice. This same study found that irrespective of the packaging, plastic or paper bags you buy rice in, it contains the same level of microplastics. The researchers also showed plastics in pre-cooked instant rice have been found to be 4-fold higher than in uncooked rice. If you pre-rinse instant rice, you could reduce plastics by 40%. Rice is also known to contain relatively high levels of arsenic due to the crop absorbing more arsenic as it grows. Washing rice has been shown to remove about 90% of the bioaccessible arsenic, but it also rinses out a large amount of other nutrients important to our health, including copper, iron, zinc, and vanadium. For some people, rice offers a small percentage of their daily intake of these nutrients, and hence it will have a small impact on their health. But for populations that consume large amounts of heavily washed rice daily, it could impact their overall nutrition. Another study looked at other heavy metals, lead and cadmium, and in addition to arsenic. It found that pre-washing decreases levels of these from between 7 and 20%. The World Health Organization has warned of the risk of arsenic exposure from water and food. Arsenic levels in the rice vary deeply depending upon where it's grown, the cultivars of rice, and the way it's cooked. The best advice remains to pre-wash your rice and ensure you consume a variety of grains. The most recent study in 2005 found that the highest level of arsenic was in the United States. However, it's important to keep in mind that arsenic is present in other foods, including products from rice, cakes, crackers, biscuits, and cereals, also seaweed, seafood, and vegetables. Can washed rice prevent bacteria? In short, no. Washing rice will have no effect on the bacterial content of the cooked rice, as high cooking temperatures will kill all bacteria present. What is more concerning is how long you store cooked rice or washed rice at room temperature. Cooking rice does not kill the bacteria spores from a pathogen called Bacillus cereus. If wet rice or cooked rice is kept at room temperature, this can activate the bacterial spores and they begin to grow. These bacteria then produce toxins which cannot be deactivated by cooking or reheated. These toxins can cause severe gastrointestinal diseases. So make sure you avoid keeping washed or cooked rice at room temperature for too long. This is by Evangeline Manzioris, Program Director of Nutrition and Food Sciences, accredited practicing dietitian, University of South Australia. This is from the conversation here under Creative Commons on Science Alert. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.